When was the last time you said, "I don't have time"? If we say, "I don't have any time," we are experiencing time poverty. And poverty means always the feeling of powerlessness. We are not in control. It's not in our hands. Are you sure that you don't have any time? Imagine you have a magic wand and you could make 3 wishes for your daily life. When I ask people to do this, often one of the wishes will be to have more time. Everyone agrees that time is precious. So it is very astounding that we give it away so easily, don't you think? Imagine a life where you always have it. There is never a lack of time. Impossible, you might think. Well, I'm going to show you that you are only a mind shift away to see that time is always available for you. Come with me and let's find time. Welcome to this episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Anna Jelen, the time expert. Someone who believes that we always have time, because time is our life. And if I would say, "I don't have time," it would scare the shit out of me, because it feels like I'm saying, "I don't have a life." And this really freaks me out. Also, the power of the words have always impressed me. If you say, "I don't have time," the chance is big that you will not have any. Personally, I can't remember that I have ever said this phrase. According to 2013's American Time Use Survey, the average of adult workers' day includes 4.5 hours of leisure. They must be lying, right? Nobody has that much time to themselves. Other statistics reveal why you might not notice those hours leaking away. In 2014, an average British adult invested 4 irretrievable hours per day watching television, according to Ofcom. That same year, US citizens spent 6 daily hours on television, an hour on a computer, another hour on a smartphone, plus 3 more listening to the radio. Often, they undertook several of these activities at once. So, it amounted to a total of 8 hours, 41 minutes on devices, 20 minutes longer than they spent asleep. In other words, more than half of their waking hours expired in second-hand mediated experiences, which are not coincidentally less memorable and less real feeling than physical experiences that engage all 5 senses. Very nice written in Catherine Blythe's book called Enjoy Time. There are people wasting more time than they actually spend sleeping. I mean, that is crazy shit. Maybe you have already heard about the fact that we have more leisure time than ever before, and now you know why we are not noticing this. I have seen people counting their wasted time, but it was in the end of their lives. That's late to think about the wasted time. Let's do this today, and let's get rid of them, the wasted time. But what does wasting time actually mean? What is the real definition of wasting time? I googled it. There were plenty of blogs or articles about wasting time with many examples. Here is a list of them. Multitasking is a waste of time. Meetings can be. Waiting can also be a waste of time. Emails, disorganized work environment, no clear goal, the way to work, etc. I don't totally agree with this, because I think we all have to define this for oneself. Just you know what a waste of time is for you. And do you know how you know? We can feel a waste of time. I'm pretty sure of this. It makes us feel frustrated. It makes us feel grumpy. If you do something which isn't a waste of time for you, Then you feel enlightened. You enjoy what you are doing. Whenever you start doing something, you could ask yourself the following questions. Is this going to make me feel better afterwards? Or could I do something else instead? Just these two questions are great to avoid to get sucked into something which could be a waste of time. But again, a waste of time is for everyone different, and it's only you who can define it for yourself. But you shouldn't accept them for too long. If you feel that you are having it often, try to reduce it by working with your mindset. I will give you an example in a few seconds, or reduce it by trying to do it less often. The next step would be to eliminate them completely. A guy once told me that the way to work was his biggest waste of time, almost 2 hours every day, sometimes by train, sometimes by car. And he thought, if I want to keep my job and also my apartment, the situation is not going to change. So I have to change my mindset. And that is what he did. He started to fill these 2 hours with reading, listening to podcasts or music, or just daydreaming. Today he says that he couldn't be without these 2 hours. He transformed a waste of time to a time he needs. For my part, I'm a rebel in this issue. If you look at time as I do, where time has become more precious than gold or anything else, then wasting your time will be the worst thing that can happen to you. I'm radical with time wasters, and I suggest you should be that as well. The thing is, if you know exactly what you need in your life, it will be easy to block the time wasters. There is just no space for them. If you have a goal, there is no place for them. If you know your focus, you will easily say no to the rest. Remember when I talk about creating moments and that this could be the only meaning for your life, the episode is called No More Worries About the Future, and you can find it on my homepage, section podcasts, page 3. And in the end, I talk about experiencing moments. I will always prefer to create a moment for someone else or for myself before I will distract myself or waste my time, because my time is my life. What can we do to save time? I don't think that you will find more efficient time management strategies which will help you for the long term. The answer is to be found inside. It's about the personal attitudes toward time. It's about how you define time for yourself. We can't change time, but we can surely work on our attitude, what we think about time. What if we would look at time differently? What if time is more than just a countdown of 24 hours a day? What if time is more than the figure on the clock? What if time is life? What if time is filled with moments? And what if we would stop to hurry after the hours, rather filling the day with moments? Because when you experience magic moments, time doesn't matter. When you feel love, time will even stand still. And if you do something with joy, the hours don't count. And that is when time becomes natural, or when time is melting with your life. And then you'll see that time is always available. It's just a different matter of opinion. The phrase, "I don't have time," is simply not true. Maybe you're doing something right now and you don't want to get disturbed. But that is something else. Now you could say, right now I'm focused on doing this. Could we look at this afterwards? Or even tomorrow. Or maybe you just don't want to do it. That's also okay. And you know that you always find time for the things you want to do. It's just this negative phrase which hurts my heart and where I think we could do better. Because if we repeat to ourselves that we don't have any time, eventually we will even believe this. So let's look at time more positively. As long as your heart goes boom, 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 as long you also have time. It's up to you how you want to use it. It's your decision how you want to handle time, but it's always there. If you can look at this like that, you will never say again that you don't have time. I have an idea. How about if you would abandon the phrase, I don't have time? Yes, come on, let's do this. Hello, yes. Let's abandon this phrase simply as that. Oh yes, please try this challenge and let me know how it goes and if this changes anything. Oh, I would be so interested to hear this, really. Now give yourself a few days, or even better, a few weeks, and let me know. My dear listeners out there, I hope you enjoyed this episode. The next one is going to be about busyness, how to handle the state when there are many, maybe almost too many things going on. And I have some great tools I want to share with you. Hopefully, until next time. And again, thank you for being here. Bye. Last thing, if you want to hear older episodes as well, go to www.anna-jelen.com. Anna Jelen, that would be my name. Take care. Bye-bye.